The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
After the interception, here's Darnold. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Mike 57, lady. He's coming. We got double up. He's crossing. He's checking crab.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Watch the twist. Red 80. Check 31.
This is Cohen on the toss. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Say. Check. 20. What is it?
On 1st down, Swift fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Jacobs. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 60 yards.
First down, Raiders.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw, Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
We're going to start. 50 seconds, come on. Bring it. 57, come on.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Switch. Gun. Check. 8. Check.
Here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Great.
From just shy of midfield, Newton And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Shift. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down the 7-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Set. 180. 20.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Ready? 780. Check 9. Switch. Under 8. Under crunch. Check. He's checking. Crash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off of play action, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you get on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Darnold from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. First down, a run with Cohen. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Left. Watch left. All day. Hey, check Mike. Hey, 57. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now Darnold. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
General West. Hey, wahoo!
To throw is Darnold. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That is caught by Cohen. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Darnold now to throw. Dancing to his left, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats him on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall on in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the eye.
Great.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Watch the shot. Hey. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Slam. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Newton. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards, the final tally. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Back. 8, Jim. Check your hot read. Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Moore. Good. And the lead is now 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Darnold. And he completes it to Cohen. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing again is Darnold. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Newton. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Let's go, man. Pick six all day. Come through my side.
First down 10 at the 34-yard line.
Time. 57 to Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Check nickel. Show it up. Hatchet. Watch the safety creep.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Dude, the lady. Pilot, 64. Weak. Switch it. Come here. Switch it. The lady.
Faking the give. Darnold. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here we go. 80. Check my 50. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On first down, Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. Hey, watch the edge. Pick the edge. Come. 6 guys. 20. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Alert. 3 down.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and are going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball. He stood in there and took it and still completed it for a first down.
He is. Running back had vacated the area there, but able to complete it to him, still make a gain out of it.
I guess that's what we call a safety valve, and it worked pretty well.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
They'll try and run it here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. All
the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
56, Mike, 56. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check safety, check safety. Tighten up, tighten up.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
57, Mike 57.
Darnold. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
We're going to start. 56. Mike 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They run it with Jacobs. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the... A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's trash. Wide, get wide. Waiting. Rush in. Check.
On second down at 4, Darnold eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Go. Mike Smith is set. Lady. Blue there, set. Hey, check this out.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 19 yards away, as they have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
To the air again, Darnold. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check 50. Hey! Check.
They'll run on first down. Swift. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Great.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Newton now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3. 20. Watch out, creeping. Safety's creeping. Under 10. 10. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
50 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.